Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
I'm back to looking at more episodes of Star Trek Discovery. In this case, Episode 2, Battle at the Binary Stars. And what actually happened in this episode? Well, in this episode, basically, after, after Michael had been, put in the brig, and in a way, after they were attacked by the Klingons, they are in a way having to say, okay, how can we attack back, in a way? I thought this, yes, this was only, in a way, part 2, but wasn't really part 2. But, basically continuing after the episode. I thought this was pretty good. I really liked how, I kind of like the space battles. When it comes to Star Trek, yes, there's always moments in which we can see how big these spacecrafts are in this series compared to each other.
Get me visuals.
But, it was always the films in which they were always able to say, hey, compared to this, a Klingon ship is bigger than a Federation ship, or X, Y, or Z. In this, you can really see, hey, these things can be bigger than each other, and, yes, they can take damage onto each other. And I kind of like that. I kind of like, hey, how, when it comes to, say, the ships, they can say, hey, instead of just going to say, oh, there's similar size. No. We want to make sure that, say how big they are. They can just be intimidating, just say, hey, look. Oh, shit. The Romulans are here. Because, yeah, I think that's, yes, I've always thought, when it comes to Star Trek, there's always a moment where they thought, oh, no, the Romulans, or no, the Klingons are here. It's always, say, that can't be good. But I always feel like they when it comes to it, I always think it should be intimidating when their ship comes in, say, oh no. It should be that big in a way. But I also really liked how Michael had in a way moments in which she had talks with Sarek, in a way, adopted her, I think that's still pretty cool, the idea of a Vulcan, in a way, adopting, human, and then basically, integrate, and then they're able to integrate into a Vulcan society, and, their culture, in a way. I think that's pretty cool.
Ambassador Sarek, it's good to see you again.
Thank you for receiving us, Captain Georgia.
The pleasure is ours.
As discussed, this is my ward, Michael Burnham.
Hello, Michael. Welcome to the USS Senjo. And congratulations on your recent commencement.
Respect is earned, as is friendliness.
Yet, diplomatic niceties must be observed.
This is hardly a negotiation.
First contact, then.
And I also, one of the things that makes me surprised, though, is in that usually when there are, moments in Star Trek, when it comes to it, I've always, until, say, episodes, say, when, what was it? When Wesley and some of his crew members were, in a way, told, say, hey, you caused this, when they had done something stupid in training, and then they got demoted, in a way. I do like it how, in this episode, at the end of it, in which Michael has said, hey, you're guilty. And no way. I kind of like the idea of like say, hey, you know, like although you were trying to save your captain, and then you both in a way like said, hey, you stopped the Klingons and all that stuff. I think that's awesome. But at the same time, I also think it's pretty cool in which they were able to say, hey, although you were able to do this, there were consequences to what you did. And yeah, I kind of like that. Like, you know, it's taking some other military things that were in TNG and, like, you know, trying to elevate them. I don't know. I could totally be wrong about that perspective. And I do kind of like how, like, when Captain Philippia, when she ends up getting killed, I did like how, although usually there are moments in Trek when they say, we gotta get the captain, we gotta, you know, take her to sick bay, we gotta get that. I did like how, in a way, it was like, say, nah, Michael, we gotta get you out of there. And then they do, and it's like, their immediately thought is like, say, oh no, the captain, and in a way. And I kind of like that, like, say, no. You're out, and in a way, they are, it's like, say, okay, we are, in a way, out of there. And I do love how, like, they thought, okay, how do we teach the Klingons a lesson? They basically take a bomb, and, like, when they are trying to, like, rescue bodies, and then floop it up in there, and I thought, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, they are, like, taking a moment of when they are trying to rescue others, in a way, as a plan. But I don't know. I kind of like this episode. Then again, I don't know. I'm big. I like Star Trek. I like TOS. I like all the other shows. So we're probably thinking like, say, wow, like you probably would have thought like I would be against some of this stuff, but no. I kind of like the lens flares. I kind of like more elevated fight sequences and all that stuff.
When I propose a ceasefire, so that we might resolve this conflict with no further bloodshed.
How it's more of action-oriented times, with more monologues and such. I don't know. I kind of dig it. That's just how I feel about the show so far. See ya.